So Swift family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another video on Madden 20 Ultimate Team. I'm going to be showing you the cheapest and fastest way to get training points in Madden 20. Now, you guys absolutely loved this video last time I posted it, so if you can destroy that like button, hit 100 likes for me, and I will post another part to this video next weekend. Now, I pretty much post this video every weekend because you guys destroy the like button on it, but hey, grab me 100 likes. I'll post this for you guys again next weekend because this video is really helpful when it gets updated every week, as the market's always changing and evolving as new cards come out. Now, if you are new to the channel and you do like this video, definitely be sure to hit that red subscribe button, as I post an update to this video every single week on the weekend. And I also drop some other good Madden 20 tips that you don't want to miss. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's get into this. So I'm basically just going to be going over some of the ways that I like to snipe for cheap training in Madden 20. There's two main ways I like to do this, and these are all centered around a coins to training point ratio. So the coin to training point ratio is really important when you're buying cards for training, and that's going to be basically how much training or how many coins you spend for 1 point of training. So if you're buying at anything under 50 is usually the rule of thumb where you can get the best ratio. And it's also really important that you guys are buying your training on the weekend, especially on Saturday, because that's when cards are going to be the cheapest. So you're able to get training for really cheap if you do it on Saturday. So the first thing that I like to look at, and this is something that I showed you guys all the time, is the 81 overall cards. They will give you the best coin to training point ratio out of all the cards in this game. So 80 to 81s, I'll just go through my favorite filters. It's going to be strong safety, so this is actually a really good deal right here. This is going to be definitely under 50 coin to training point ratio. So strong safety is a pretty good position to snipe at, as this for 11.3 is pretty good. Now, if you're doing this on the weekend, you can usually find these cards for under 12k really easily, but during the week it's a bit harder to find these cards for 12k and under. So maybe during the week I'd go for 12.5k and under, but over the weekend I'd go for 11.5k and under. Now, I could buy this card, but I just want to show you guys all the filters first before I start buying. So right outside linebacker with Chandler Jones, he's usually pretty cheap, as he's going for 12 right here. So that's a solid one to check usually. Left end and right end are usually good also, but you have to scroll down a bit because there's a lot of 80s usually, and there's really, there's not too much going on right here. Is this Michael Strahan? Is that a snipe? No. Then as we come down to the right end position, it's kind of the same. There's not too many 81s that are going to be at the top. Actually, this for 10k is a hell of a deal, and that's gonna give us a crazy coin to training point ratio. That's like a 45 coin to training point ratio. Now, if you want to figure out how much your coin to training point ratio is, you're just gonna divide your coins by the training point. So it would be 10,000 divided by 265. So I can do that math and tell you guys what the ratio is in one. So yeah, with that buy, we actually got a coin to training point ratio of 37, which is crazy. You guys are usually not gonna get under 40, but most of the time people are buying at 50 coin to training point ratio. So I'm gonna be saving you guys so many coins with this video. This is a really helpful video. So cornerback is okay. It's not my favorite to go through the corners. Similar because there's just not that many 81 overalls that are going for cheap, and you have to scroll down pretty far to get to the 81. So not my favorite position, but it is solid. I won't lie. Then has become wide receiver. Used to be so good for me. This used to be a gold mine. I used to find these cards for so cheap. There's one for 11.6, but definitely my favorite is going through strong safeties. That is the best way to do this method, as there's one for, oh, they all got bought up. So yeah, they all got bought up, but as you can see, I was going through the filters for like 2 minutes and I was able to get a crazy deal on a player. So definitely go through 80 to 81s and just buy the 81 overall cards. I guarantee you that's going to get you the cheapest coin to training point ratio. Now, there's also something you can do with gold cards, which is pretty good as well, but I'll go through that in just a sec. So let me just quickly review what positions I liked. Strong safety, right outside linebacker. Both of these are pretty good. And then there's really not too much on offense that I like to go through for these 80 to 81 overall cards. I used to have a bit of success with right guard and left guard, but not anymore. So definitely strong safety, right outside backer, right end, and left end. Those are the best ones. Free safety, let me take a look, because I think free safety's solid. Yeah, LaMarcus Joyner, that's okay. Nothing too amazing, but yeah, for 80 to 81s, that's what I'd recommend you guys go through. Now for 82 to 83 overall cards, You have a few options of what you can do. I only buy the 83s, and there was actually some right guards who are usually pretty cheap at 83 overall. I believe it's right guard, it could be left guard, so yeah. 83 overalls are going to be going for around 20k. If you can buy at 20k, you're getting a solid deal. Now the coin to training point ratio for this is going to be a bit worse than it was for the 81s, and I kind of just prefer to buy the 81s, but it's totally up to you with what you guys want to do. You can go for these 83s, as I'll quickly just find out the coin to training point ratio for these, and I'll tell you guys what that is. So yeah, the 83s are actually also really good. You guys can definitely be doing this, as if you're buying 83s at 20k, you're actually going to be getting a coin to training point ratio of under 40. So that's a crazy deal. I'll just buy this Larry Allen right here because an 83 at 20k and under is actually a good deal. You can go through other filters with 83s. Personally, I don't do 83s that much, just because during the week I find that they're really expensive. Just over the weekend is when you can get good deals with them, but look at these 83s up for 20k. I'm not sure what other positions I will show you guys. Left guard I think is okay for these 83 cards, but maybe not. Wide receiver I know actually has some, so we'll see if we can find any here for cheap, but 83 is pretty solid. I kind of prefer to do the 81s, but it's up to you. As you can see, these wide receivers for 83s are not popping up yet, as there's an AJ Green right here. So this is actually going to give you a coin to training point ratio of under 40, just like when we bought that Jarrell Casey. Now, you can also come in and do some gold cards. You can work the auction house with golds. You can find 79 overall cards for pretty cheap, as there's a few teams that I like to look at. So the first one is going to be the Titans. I showed you the Titans in a previous video, but they're just so cheap for their 79 overalls that it's just, you have to look through them. So 79 overall for 2.6k. I'll quickly grab the coin to training point ratio on that, as we'll just buy this card here for 2.6, and we can sell him for how much training? Let's just take a peek. He's going to be going for, I believe it's 77. Yeah, 77. So 2.6 divided by 77. I'll tell you guys what that is in just a sec. So yeah, that buy right there actually gave us a coin to training point ratio of 33. So that's so cheap. So if you're buying these 79s at 2.8 or below, I'd say you're getting a crazy deal. I'm actually just going to buy this one also, just because it's such a good deal to get these for 77 training points, which is, it's really like, that's a really good deal if you're buying these 79s. And you can go through much slower as well with these. You can find even better snipes if you're more patient than I am. Free agents also pretty solid usually for 79 overall cards. Let's see if we can find any right here, as it doesn't look like there's going to be any up for too cheap. Also, I like to look at the punters. For some reason, the punters are usually pretty cheap for 70 to 79s, or 75 to 79, sorry. Let's see if there's any going for really cheap, as it doesn't look like there's going to be any. 78 right here, but I don't see any 79s just yet. Maybe one will pop up in a sec. No. So there's not going to be any 79s for these. But one thing that you can do to find the cheapest teams to look through is go on Muthead, and you can just filter by 79 overall cards, and it'll pop up with all the cheapest ones. Now, off the top of my head, I basically just work the Titans, but you can go through other ones for sure. I'm not going to go through them in the video, just to keep it a bit shorter, but yeah, that's basically going to be the entire guide. So I'll quickly recap with what you can do. So you can go through 80 to 81s through the positions that I told you guys, and buy at like 11.5 or under. That's going to give you a coin to training point ratio of under 40. Now, most coins, like it used to be you buy at 50 or under, but now people are buying at 45 coin to training point ratio or under, and I'm showing you how to get it for under 40, so I'm saving you a ton of coins. So 80 to 81s, you're going to look for the positions that I told you guys. 82 to 83, I would experiment with 83s a bit more. There's definitely a lot of potential there, so you guys can definitely check those out. And then 75 to 79s, check through the Titans, and you can also check on Muthead to find other good teams to filter through and find good sniping filters. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like down below, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.